Hi friends, my name is Julia and I invite you to live with ease. So if this is something that is of interest to you, if the sound of discovering life with ease sounds super delicious, then subscribe to this channel and be sure to invite a friend or share with a friend who you think would benefit from this type of practice. So today in this video, we're going to focus on a practice to help reduce anxiety. So when we're feeling super wound up, tight, and squirrely in the mind and just feel like we're racing, so this practice will help ground us. We'll do a little bit of movement and just settle the mind. Okay, so a few things you'll need for this practice are, if you have a bolster or a few couch pillows you want to use, and also if you have a towel or a blanket, we will fold that up like so, or in different ways depending on how you want to use it for support. Okay, so if you want to pause this video and grab all your things and getting set up close to a wall, we're going to start with our legs on the wall. Okay, so finding that comfortable position with your legs up the wall. And as you allow the legs to rest on the wall, we're going to place your bolster, if you want to stack a few pillows, under the pelvis. And then your folded towel or blanket you can place under the skull if you'd like. So that's an option, or you don't need to use it at all. So your choice. Okay. So take a moment to just allow the body to settle into the earth, the legs to settle, or the heels to settle into the wall. And you can come as close to the wall or as far away from the wall as you'd like. And then just taking a few breaths to continue to let the body settle. And as you breathe, maybe focusing on that out breath, can you drag out that exhalation? One way to practice this, a nice little technique I like to use to extend and draw out that exhalation, is by placing the tip of my tongue behind the bottom teeth and then letting the jaw soften and opening the mouth ever so slightly and exhaling through the mouth. So inhale through the nose, tongue behind bottom teeth, exhale through the mouth. Good. And just allow yourself to be where you're at, yeah? Whatever you're feeling, just allow it to be what it is. Be present with your current state of mind. So we're going to allow things to dissipate as we go along without dissecting or judging. And so what you can do as well is place the right hand on the chest and the left hand on the belly. And if you'd like, if you have an extra blanket or pillow, you can place that right elbow onto your towel, blanket, or pillow, just to elevate it a little bit. So you can rest that hand comfortably on your chest. Let's take 3 more breaths here. Good. And then you can remove the support from underneath your right elbow. You can release the hands back down to the ground. And then we can begin to let the head roll gently from side to side. So making sure that the head is in contact with the ground at all times, so we're not lifting the head to turn it. Good. Heavy skull, heavy jaw. Excellent. Pour the unwanted tension from the skull into the ground. And then right your head back to the center. And then we're going to take the arms up towards the ceiling, and on an in-breath, reach the fingers towards the ceiling, peel the shoulders off the ground. And as you exhale, let the shoulders drop, bend the elbows, and relax the arms on the ground. Again, inhale. Reach to the ceiling. Exhale, let the shoulders fall, bend the elbows, and extend the arms. Let's do this 3 more times. One more. Good. And then from here, we can bend the elbows and give ourselves a big hug, and allowing the arms to cross and rest on the chest. Take a few breaths here. Inhaling, noticing the upper back in contact with the ground. Breathe into that contact. As you exhale, let the tip of the tongue rest behind the bottom teeth. Exhale through the mouth, and let the weight of the arms fall into the chest, to the upper back to ground. Good. Giving yourself a hug. We can take this hug even further by bending the knees, sliding the heels down the wall, release the arms, and allow the knees to fall towards the torso or the abdomen, wrapping the arms around the legs, giving yourself that hug. If you want to gently rock from side to side. Good. And remembering each time you exhale to really allow the weight of the body to fall into the earth. Really letting go of any holding in your system. Give it over to Mama Earth. She will take care. She always does. Good. So then from here, you're going to bring your palms together near the heart center, placing the feet on the ground, or on the wall, sorry. And then you're going to slide the feet up the wall as you take the arm or the hands up the center of the body, in front of the face, above the head. And then we're going to, on an in-breath, extend the arms. You're going to open out the hands, figure stretch, flex the feet. Nice, nice, nice big stretch. And then as you exhale, let the body fall into the ground, bending the elbows, bending the knees, drawing the knees towards the abdomen, giving yourself a big hug. Good. Let's try this a few more times. Moving at your own pace with the rhythm of your own breath. Here we go. Inhale. Drink up fresh, positive oxygen. Exhale, release the body towards the ground, giving yourself a big hug. Let's do one more. Excellent. If you want to keep hugging the legs in and gently rocking a little side to side. And then let's place the feet back on the wall for just a moment. Just lifting, press the feet into the wall, lifting the pelvis, and just remove the support under your pelvis. You can place it behind you if you'd like. And drawing the legs back in. Taking that gentle rocking from side to side. And then you're going to let yourself roll completely over to one side. And just take a moment to, much like we did throughout, is on that exhalation as you press, or not press, but place the tip of the tongue behind the bottom teeth, exhaling through the mouth, and letting the weight of the body, the point of the body that's in contact with the ground, to just fall and sink into the earth. And here actually might be a good place to place that long folded blanket under the skull. Just resting for a few breaths. Resting and sinking. Good. And then opening that top arm up towards the ceiling and over to the other side. So we're going to open out into a twist. So allow yourself to settle into that twist a little bit. Exhale. Exhale, settle, sink. Good. Each time again you exhale, allow the body to let go. Become heavy and drop into the support of the ground underneath you. And then from here, inhale, do nothing. Exhale, starting to extend, if you can, extend the legs. Reach or stretch, extend the arms all the way to the fingers. Take a big breath in here, lengthen, lengthen all the way in opposite directions. Arms stretching away from each other. Legs stretching away from that left arm. Exhale, let the body fall into the ground, bend the knees and draw them back towards you. Inhale, do nothing. Exhale, let the body release towards the ground as you start to extend the legs. And then inhale, reach the hands, the fingers, the toes. Exhale, let it fall. And one more. Good. Exhale. And then coming back to the side you started with. Rest there for a moment. And then let's move over to the other side. Good. I'm just going to adjust my towel here. Good. And then let's rest the body. I'm just going to do a little wiggle here. Just rest the body on the side that's in contact with the ground. Good. And then from here, taking that top hand up towards the ceiling and over to the other side, opening up into that twist. Let your body settle and sink into that juicy twist. And then again, from here, you can inhale, do nothing. Exhale, extend the legs. Inhale, reach the legs away from that opposite arm. Extending, stretching the arms away from each other, stretching the fingers. Exhale, let the body relax and drop towards the ground. Bend the knees and draw them up towards the abdomen. Good. Let's try that 2 more times. Inhale. Do nothing. Exhale, drop and extend. Lengthening the skull away from the tailbone. Away from the toes, toes away from the skull. And then coming out of the twist, rolling back to the side of the body. And let's return back to the center. And then from here, let's roll to whatever side is more accessible for you to roll up to your hands and knees. So roll to one side. Use that top hand to push you up. And let's come into child's pose. So you can either face the wall or face away from the wall, your choice. Okay. And then from here, we're going to set ourselves up into a comfortable child's pose. So what I suggest is let's bring the toes together and take the knees slightly wider apart, or take the knees apart. And then you're going to, if you need, you can use your bolster or pillow to place under the pelvis if it's hard or if it's challenging for the pelvis to reach the heels. We want to allow the pelvis to fall into something, into some type of support. Okay, so again, find your supported pelvis. So if you need to stack a few pillows or bolsters, you can. And you can even place them between the feet so the toes don't actually have to touch, but we will make sure that the knees are nice and wide. And then also the other option could be to place something under the forehead. Okay, if that again is of interest to you. So from here, we're going to rest the pelvis towards the heels, rest the forehead towards the ground. And I just have to adjust myself here. Good. And bringing the arms out in front of you, you're going to walk the hands to the right, and then you're going to keep that left hand or left arm extended, bending the right elbow and placing the right hand to rest on the left elbow. Let's take a few breaths here, settling the pelvis, settling the forehead, settling the arms. Good. And then release that right hand from the left elbow. Let's walk ourselves back to the center. And before we do the other side, what we're going to do is take that right, you're going to let the left elbow rest on the ground and take that right hand and arm and feed it underneath the left armpit. Tuck the chin and let the side of the skull rest on your support. So you're in a little bit of a twist here. Again, settle the arms, settle the skull, settle the pelvis. Good. And then coming back to the center. And then we're going to do the same thing on the other side. So we're going to walk our hands and arms to the left. Keep that right arm extended, bending the left elbow and resting that left hand on the right elbow. Breathe into the side of the body as you continue to let the pelvis, skull, and arms settle. Good. And release that left elbow or left hand. Walk back to the center. Lower the right elbow onto your support or onto the ground. Take that left hand, slide it underneath the right armpit. Pardon my mic here. Tuck the chin. Rest the forehead or rest the side of the skull on the support. Rest and settle the pelvis and the arms. And slide your way, coming back to the center. We're going to come onto our forearms. If you want to remove your support under the elbow, so we can place the elbows and the forearms on the ground. From here, let's just take a little bit of flexion and extension in the upper body and let it trickle down into the lower body. Good. Let that head be heavy. Good. And then from here, you're going to bring that left arm, elbow closer towards the center or the midline. And then we're just going to reach that right arm up towards the ceiling, or it can just come only as far as it feels comfortable. And then let's exhale, feed that, as you feed that right hand under the left armpit, you're going to stop and settle the forearm of the right arm, and then take that left elbow and just take a step out to the side, and then continue sliding that right arm, tuck the chin, and rest the skull on the ground. And from here, if you want to move in and out, you can. So bringing that right arm back to the center, rest the elbow. Bring the left elbow back to the middle. Open up into the twist. Feed that right arm under the left armpit. Rest that right elbow. Walk that left or take a step to the left with that left elbow. And then continue to feed that right arm. Tuck the chin. You might need to play a little bit with that left elbow, how far out to the side you want to take it so that it's comfortable. Let's do this one more time. Good. Excellent. All right, and then let's bring that right hand to the ground in front of us. Bring that right elbow and forearm a little more to the center. We can open out with the left arm. Feed that left arm under the right armpit. Rest the forearm and elbow. Take that right elbow out to the side a little bit. Slide that left arm. Tuck the chin. Rest the skull. Good. So we can move in and out a few times here. Again, go at your own pace. Okay, let's do one more. Good. Now coming back to the center. If you want to take a little more flexion and extension in that upper body, and then eventually you're going to lower yourself onto your belly. Excuse me here. And then let's come all the way down so that you can rest your forehead on the hands or directly on the ground, your choice. Just pardon my mic here. I'm going to keep my forehead slightly elevated so I don't crush the mic, but you can rest the forehead on either the hands or the ground. Bending the knees and let the legs rock side to side. Good. Good. And then lowering the legs. We're going to slide. You're going to slide that right knee up towards your armpit. So bend the knee and slide that right knee up towards the armpit. It's not going to reach the armpit, but just in that direction. And then turn your head to the right and let your the right side of the skull rest on your arms or on your hands or the ground. Taking a few breaths here, allowing that exhalation to inspire, letting go, that sense of resting and sinking. Good. And then extend that right knee, slide it back behind you. And let's turn the head to the left, resting the forehead or the side of the skull on the hands or the ground, and then bending and externally rotating in that left leg and drawing it up towards your armpit. And let it settle. And then from here, you can continue to rest in this rescue pose. You can move from side to side, or you can roll onto the back into Shavasana, extending the legs and arms on the ground, letting them rest. Letting the back of the body settle and sink. You can continue to rest here for as long as you'd like. Or if you're satisfied, you can start to bring some energy and awareness back into the feet and the fingers, circling the ankles and the wrists, bending the knees, rolling over to one side. Use that top hand to push you up, keeping that nice softness in the body. Just want to leave you with this final mantra, bringing the palms of the hands together, sending them to the forehead. Think love. Speak love, sending them to the heart center. Be love. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you're starting to feel a little easier in the mind and in the body. And again, be sure to subscribe to this channel for more videos on how to live with ease or discover ease in your body, in your movement. And also be sure to share it with a friend, invite them to the channel. And also, I do offer 20-minute consultations for an opportunity to work with me one-on-one. All the information is in the description of this video. So I look forward to seeing you again soon. And until next time, ease into your best life. Namaste.